round 2 of the ElityCup. We're on server 1, ladies and gentlemen. For this one, top 16 of the server moves on to the next phase, which is going to be round 3. 1 minute 15 and warm-up on Silent Night by Superall. After the first checkpoint, we're getting the getting a bit of an ice slide, which we'll see Mimi performing right here. Then a bit of a grass turn, back down to some banking corner, then transition to another back corner towards the right-hand side in the grass. Then platform turn before a drop down into an ice bobsled section. Bit of a bit of a drift through there. Then drop down onto another platform section. Lots of jumping transitions here on this map. Then wall ride, followed by a looping. And then the final part of the map coming up sooner rather than later. There we go. Then you got the right-hander right here, moving back up to a flat road. The final 2 checkpoints coming up. Penultimate checkpoint on grass, banked corner on the grass right here. Then dive down and make sure to get enough speed to clear the first jump through this funnel, and then back up the second part of the funnel to jump straight to the finish line. Thank you very much, What the Fuck Deluxe, for the 8 bits, by the way. So we're getting started, guys, and you know what that means. New map equals helicam time. So Hugo de Soma taking the lead after the first round, even though we see Azenrod having made a huge mistake. So we're seeing the camera take quite a bit of height. Hugo de Soma, Siffler in first and second, and Rizzo in third position, it seems like. Oh, Congelo having done a bit of a mistake. Ocean-san as well. Poisson has overtaken all of them. Siffler still in second position, Rizzo in third, and Hugo de Soma in first. Let's actually check in on the followers right now with Rizzo moving up in second position past Siffler and Shayrim at the present moment. Hugo de Soma leading through the wall ride and the looping, I'm assuming, with a 10.5 of a gap to Rizzo in second position. Coming towards the end of the map, Hugo still has quite a bit of a gap, but Rizzo is reeling him in slowly but surely. Still a 10.5 between the two, but it might not be that much. Coming towards the final part of the track where it could really decide everything. Here we go for the jump now. Will they have enough speed? Yes, they will. And Hugo will win with a 102.125. Local record on this server is a 102.003 by Nemo Jr. Rizzo in second, Shayrim in third, Milmi in P4, Evon finishing in fifth, Dream 6th, Siffler 7th, and Tetejak in 8th place. So Hugo de Soma, very much like on the previous server, moves through to first place with 150 points, with 120 points scored on this one. The points distribution having slightly changed due to the fact that we're only keeping the top 16. And they're set to continue to change after round 2, with round 3 having another completely different points distribution. Again, 4 rounds on the maps. Following Sampdome at the present moment, currently sitting in P18 with the whole shot credited to Hugo de Soma, who takes the lead of the race in front of Shayrim, if I'm not recall correctly. Let's actually follow the current reigning champion of the ElityCup as someone just flying at the left-hand side of his screen. Evon is currently sitting in P6, but he touches the wall, so he's going to be out of the running in this round. Let's follow Shayrim from Belgium. Oh, no, Shayrim from France, sorry. And he clinches the inside, so he will be down. Skill is down. Rain the Fake is down. Let's actually follow Milmi, currently sitting in third position at the present moment. 6/10 down on the leader, 7/10 down on the leader, with Rizzo just up ahead of him. Rizzo currently not having an answer to the pace of Hugo, and he even goes off the track. And so Hugo has a pretty much unassailable lead of 7 to 8 of a second coming to the final part of the map. The final jump left to seal the deal, and Hugo will win the round with a 101.798, and straight to the top of the timesheets Hugo goes. Milmi second, Nesium third, Dream fourth, Evon sixth, Sven and Marty in 7th and 8th. And there was another E name. It's Enjoy Solo Queue. Cool finish. You like the idea? Yeah, it's a pretty cool finish. But yeah, Hugo having done an absolute monster of a round. Nothing to take away from Hugo there. He drove a super solid round. Moving on to round 3. Let's follow again Milmas, shall we? Hugo again getting into the lead after the first 2 checkpoints with Rizzo just behind him, and some people having made mistakes, and it seems that Evon has made a mistake. No, he did not, but he's still quite a fair bit down on the rest of his fellow competitors. Currently sitting in P16 after the mistakes of some players. Currently looking to get back up the running in this round. Some people having completely gone flying aside, and it was Hugo de Sanva who actually made a mistake, and so Hugo is out of the running. Let's actually see where Hugo is. Yeah, he's down in last place, I think. So Milmi down in P5 as Mimo Jr., Shayrim, and Sifler overtook him, and Rizzo has quite the lead ahead of him of around half a second over Mimo Jr. Milmi up into P4 past Sifler with the final jump coming up. Mimo Jr. catching up to Rizzo. Will there be a challenge for the first place at the final jump? Nope, Rizzo will win with a time of 102.418. It wasn't that much. He clipped the top of the CP, so it could have been really catastrophic for Rizzo. Mimo Jr. second, third place for Shayrim, fourth for Milmi, fifth Sifler, sixth Phoenixo, Dream seventh, and Ryan the Faked in 8th position. And Hugo de Sanva has finished quite a way down the lead field. He only scored 60 points. So he will be losing the lead definitively, and he might even lose a few places as a result of that. He's going to be on 300 points. Milmi on 310 will move into the lead, and actually in second position we'll find Hugo de Sanva. Yotrole, hope you're doing well. Final round on the first map of this second round of the ElityCup skill. 7 having made a bit of a mistake at the ice part, so he's going to be down. Meanwhile, let's follow Shayrim in P3. He's currently battling for the top 5. Hugo de Sanva and Sifler first and second, Milmi fourth, Shayrim third, and Dream in the top 5. After the ice part, Hugo still battling with Sifler, Shayrim going a bit close to the inside, still managing to keep third place though as Milmi comes back at him and falls and tries to get within his clutches. Wall right coming up. Sifler and Hugo de Sanva still neck and neck, heading to the final part of the map with Sifler trying to put the pressure on Hugo, who's trying to draw the gap to a 10th and a half to 2/10 of a second at the next checkpoint. He does so 2.5 of a second even for Hugo in favor of the Frenchman. Final jump coming up for the final round. Tillijak going super fast, but maybe dropping a bit of speed. Or actually, Tillijak battling with Milli for P3. Hugo will win with a 102.279. Sifler second. Sorry for the mic hit there. Tillijak finishing in P3 ahead of Milmi in P4. Then we have Shayrim in P5, Drim in 6th, Nizium in 7th, and Sven in 8th position. After 4 rounds played, well, Milmi is going to be down in P2, and Hugo will retake the lead of the round with 420 points. 420, blaze it, as we say. 420 points, as I said, for Hugo de Sanva, who takes the lead in front of Milmi on 410 points. Shayrim in 3rd, Esu, Dream in P4, and Rizzo in P5. As we move on to map number 2, which is going to be mini RPG time, since we're moving on to Nivelle by Lenny. Yo, Hofi, hope you're doing good. Hope you're having a good weekend and whatnot. Everything's going good. Yo, Kosto, hope you're doing good as well. So, map 2, Nivelle by Lenny. After one map, let's actually get a score recap, shall we? So, Hugo leads in front of Milmi, then Shayrim in 3rd, Dream in 4th, Sifler 5th, Rizzo 6th, Snasium 7th, Mimo Jr. 8th, Phoenixo 9th, and Evon 10th. Then we got Titijak, Sven, Marty, Enjoy Solo Q, Ryan the Faked, and Vivo completing the top 16. The top 16 is currently... remember, the top 16 in round 2 is going to be moving on to round 3, so it's going to be really important to get to that 16th spot. Right now, only 14 points between 16th place, which is Vivo, and 17th, which is Congelo. So, map 2, which is Nivelle by Lenny, a mini RPG map, which is quite a bit disorientating if you ask me, for a bit of a pleb like me. And if you're for a first playthrough, it is definitely a bit disorientating. I would recommend watching the GPS a fair bit if you guys want to have an idea of where you're going. But yeah, savant blend of RPG turns and tech turns, and maybe a few tech turns, and also a few dirt sections thrown in there for the good measure. As we'll be about to see from Milmi, we saw one a little bit earlier. Then we see a bit of a dirt section where you have to use the dirt to set up your car for this hairpin turn. In the final part of the map. keep close to the inside right here. Avoid clipping the CP like Milmi did, and then the final jump towards the finish line. So that is a run through Nivelle by Lenny. Now, I'm gonna try to do the helicam shot a bit for the very first round of this map, but it might be a little bit hectic as we are gonna be... You can see the scenery is quite packed here on this map, so it might we might switch back to following someone very shortly here. Congelo, Sky and Skill going for a bit of an alternative line compared to the rest of the field, and you can see that we're already pretty much covered, so we're gonna be moving back to following someone. Currently following Shyrim. Right now sitting in 4th, Rizzo leading in front of Milmi and Sifler. Sven in P5. Where is Hugo de Soma, the current leader of the standings? He's made a mistake and he's down towards the depths of 20th position with Mimo Jr. So we're going to be moving back to, let's see, Shyrim right now. Battling with Milmi for the lead in this race. And actually overtaking Milmi after the Czech driver has had a bit of a rocky landing through there. Oh, maybe a bit of speed drop by Sharon there. Well, that will allow Rizzo, Tilajak, and Sifler to move back through. And Sharon also touching the wall on the inside. So Nezium, Evon, Dream, and Phoenix will move through again. As we're moving back up with Evon now. Rizzo and Sifler battling for the win. And it will be Rizzo winning with the 59.522, Sifler 2nd, Tilajak 3rd, Evon 4th, Dream in 5th, Nizium 6th, Sharon 7th, and Marty in P8. Most of the people made it, except from Skill, as we can see here, who is gonna miss out barely on the finish by just a few seconds. Hugo has not scored that many points, and Rizzo and Milmi are going to scoot by him, and for 5 points take the shared lead of the round after the first round on Nivelle. Following the current joint leader with Rizzo, Milmi from the Czech Republic. Currently sitting in 4th place, just behind Sharon, battling with Sharon for P3, also with Tetejak for P3, Sifler making it a battle for P2. Milmi having had a really odd transition through there, so he's going to drop down a few places. Hugo de Soma, meanwhile, currently at the head of the field. Tetejak, Mimio Jr., and Sharon battling for P2. Oh, Hugo has made a huge mistake, so now we're going to be seeing another man at the top of the standings. Watch out for the checkpoints. It's going to be Tetejak, who's going to be moving up into the lead of the race, but he's made a mistake as well. He's forced to respawn, so let's actually check in on Shyrim. Oh, Shyrim has made a mistake as well, so Rizzo is up in the lead now. No, it's Sifler who's in the lead. Oh, and Sifler makes a mistake. Evon makes a mistake. What is going on in this round? Mimo Jr. has assuming the lead. It's getting really hectic out here as people are faltering left, right, and center. Mimo Jr. meanwhile should have this in the bag and win the round with the 59.715. Sifler in 2nd place. Santom 3rd. Vevo 4th. Evon in 5th. Rizzo 6th. Then Matem in 7th. And Tetejak in 8th. Quite the hectic round through here. 120 points for Mimo Jr., who will move back up the leaderboard quite safely here. Meanwhile, Milmi will lose out a little bit to Rizzo, who will keep the lead of the round. No, and actually, with the round win, it is Sifler who takes the lead of the round with 575 points. He's 10 points ahead of Rizzo in P2. Let's actually check in on the Slovak, and he's made the mistake right away on the first checkpoint, so he's going to be done for. Moving back up to Milmi now. Hugo and Mimo Jr. 1st and 2nd. Milmi up in 3rd place with Sven behind him as well as Evon. Milmi going a bit wide, but still managing to keep that momentum going and keep that 3rd place afloat. Hugo de Saint-Vin still looking to lead the way. Mimo Jr. having dropped quite a bit of momentum with that wide line compared to Milmi. Milmi up into 2nd place. Evon up into 3rd place as well. This might be a really close battle right here for 2nd position between Evon and Mimo Jr. and Milmi as well. Evon having made a bit of a mistake, so he dropped down a little bit. Let's actually follow the Polish driver from Team Secret, shall we? Oh, missing the drift. That's unfortunate for Evon. Meanwhile, Hugo is quite safely ahead. Oh, that final landing could have cost him really big, though, as Hugo wins the round with the 59.132. Mimo Jr. 2nd position, Milmi 3rd, Dream 4th, then Phoenixo in 5th, Sven 6th, Evon 7th, and Rizzo in P8. And with that, we're going to see a lead change here. Quite significant lead change even, as it might be Mimo Jr. who it might be not Mimo Jr. but Hugo Nosama who makes it back to the lead. We're gonna have to wait until the scores are fully updated. And indeed, I was right. And in fact, it is a shared lead with Milmi with 665 points. Rizzo down to third place with 20 points of a gap between himself, Milmi, and Hugo. And then fourth place for Sifler with 640 points. They're the only 4 players to have made it past the 600 points barrier, with Dream just shy of making that. Currently sitting in P5. Hugo de Saint Tete Jacques and Dream moving up to third place. Evan missing the drift and touching the inside wall, so Evan's going to be done for in this round, the final round on Nivelle. Hugo de Saint meanwhile still leading convincingly from Tete Jacques in second place, Dream in third, and Joyce Oluku in P4, and Rizzo in P5. Tete Jacques has slowed down and actually has dropped quite a significant speed compared to Dream, who moves up to a podium spot. And actually there was a mistake from one of the other leaders, and was Rizzo, and Dream touching the wall, so he's going to be done for. Melmi is quite a way down, so he will not score significant points, and Hugo will keep the lead of the round after that with a 58.258 to his name at the final round. Rizzo second, Tete Jacques third, Dream fourth, then we've got, I can see the name in fifth, Evan sixth, Azenrod in seventh, and Sven in P8. So, fifth place scored 95. Who scored 95 here? It was someone in the bottom of the leaderboard, and it is indeed Congelo, who actually finished in P5 to score 95 points to his name. So, at the end of 2 maps, Hugo de Soma still retains the lead of the round. Rizzo moving up to second, Dream up to third, Milmi down to fourth place, and Sifler completing your top 5 as we're moving on to the final map of round 3, which is going to be Remedy by Kisla. Quick score recap, at least for the top 16. Hugo de Soma first with 785 points. Second place for Rizzo with 755. And Dream completing the podium with 690. Milmi and Sifler complete your top 5 with the devilish number of 666 points. Evan moving up to 6th. Mimo Jr. 7th. Sharam 8th. Tete Jacques 9th. And Phoenixo in 10th. Then Nezio 11th. Sven 12th. Marty 13th. And Joyceluki 14th. Ryan the Freak 15th. And Congelo currently still sitting in 16th position, but just 6 points ahead of Santo in 17th place. So it could still be really, it could still really go either way for the last people that might go through to the next phase of the tournament, the next round of the tournament. Round 3 coming up in theoretically about 35 minutes. So Remedy by Kisla, a more tech-focused map compared to the rest of the map pack. Still incorporating a few dirt sections here and there. So considered a tech-focused mixed map by the organizers. Still a bit of it. It's still a cool map to play around though, but make sure to get enough speed through there. 260 kilometers an hour, 250 at the very least needed to complete the jump towards the finish line. Otherwise, there is the safe finish that is significantly slower as you have to go through the grass. And being that the map is a fair bit more open that Nivelle is, we're going to be able to get a little bit of a helicopter cam action again. So, 4 rounds left to play. The first of these 4 happening right now on Kisla's Remedy. Right now we're seeing Evan pulling away in the lead alongside Hugo de Soma and Sifler. Congelo currently the last of the field. No big mistakes so far happening on behalf of any player right now. Hugo, Sifler, Mimo Jr., and Evan making it a tight top 4. Let's see if we also see Milmi in there. Milmi is right in the middle of the picture. You can see him right here. Maybe a little bit further down that he would like to be. Sharon making a really big mistake already, so that's going to be him done for. Let's actually follow Evan from Team Secrets. Evan battling for the lead right now with Hugo de Soma in second position. Trying to go super aggressive, and Hugo touches the wall on the outside, cracking under pressure. And Evan, currently sitting in the lead, will have the free reign to finish this one ahead of Tete Jacques by 6/10 of a second. No, he touches the outside wall, so that's Caster's Curse hitting for you. And Mimo Jr. will win the round ahead. Even though, as Tete Jacques also made a mistake. Mimo Jr. first with a 55.764. Sifler second, Phoenixo third, Marty fourth, Sven in fifth, and Joyce Oluku in sixth, Rizzo in seventh, and Dream in P8. Evan was had that in the back, but he went a bit too wide at the final corner, and so touched the wall. Quite unfortunately here. So, Hugo de Sauvin still retains the lead in front of Rizzo, but yeah, missed opportunity for Evon, who falls down to P7 as a result of that. Meanwhile, Mimo Jr. moves up to 6th as he overtakes the Polish driver. Let's actually check in on the French driver. Oh, and he went a bit too fast. Gained their time and hit the wall, so that's going to be him done for this round as well. Following Melmi at the moment, currently sitting in P4 with Rizzo behind him. Sifler, Hugo de Sauvin and Evon battling for the top 3 positions. Rizzo overtaking Melmi for P5, heading into the 5th checkpoint. 5th checkpoint. Oh, Hugo touching the wall at the outside of the exit of the dirt, so he's going to be done in this round. Evon inheriting the lead in front of Rizzo and Melmi. 1, 2, 3. Sifler battling for 3rd place with Melmi. Coming up to the final part of the map, Sifler going a bit too wide maybe, so he's going to be out of the picture. For now, at the very least, he tries to make it back into the picture, but does not manage to succeed right now. Evon, Rizzo, and Melmi, 1, 2, 3. Will Rizzo be able to snipe Evon at the line? Let's actually see. No, Evon should have this in the bag. No! Evon, full stop picks, misses up the jump. That's the second time that he throws away valuable points here. Rizzo finishing in 1st place, Melmi 2nd, Hugo 3rd, Phoenixo 4th, Sven 5th, Sifler 5th, Sven 6th, Dream 7th, and Tetejak in P8. And Evon won't be able to finish but score only 75 points. He still has quite a bit of a gap to the other players to stay in 7th place comfortably, but he might risk elimination if he is to do that. Actually, Mimo Jr. scored less points than Evon, and so he moves back up to P6. So everything is all good for the Polish driver. Meanwhile, Rizzo and Hugo are having a battle between each other for the lead of the round, the win of the round, so to speak, the proverbial win of the round, with only 5 points of difference between Rizzo and Hugo. Hugo having made a mistake already, so he's dropped down quite significantly. This is the opportunity for Rizzo to take the lead of the round, of the second round of the ElityCup with 1 round left to go on this map. Mimo Jr. and Rizzo 1st and 2nd right now, Melmi 3rd, Phoenixo in 4th, Hugo de Sauvin down in 5th position. Let's actually check in on where Evon is at. Mimo Jr. and Rizzo still a really huge battle right now between these two. Rizzo with a bit more of an aggressive inside line makes up for the momentum strategy for Mimo Jr. and he moves into the lead, moving up to 10.5 of a second to 0.2 of a second ahead of the Frenchman right now. Hugo in 3rd, Melmi 4th, and Phoenixo in P5. Following the perspective of Melmi through the final jump. Were there any full stop picks at the final jump? No, there won't be. Rizzo winning with a 54.682. Mimo Jr. 2nd, Hugo 3rd, Melmi 4th, then Tetejak in 5th, Phoenixo in 6th, Sharam in 7th, and Enjoy Solo Queue in P8. Evon scoring only 60 points. He's gonna lose quite big points compared to some of his other competitors. He will at the very least go down to P7 compared to Mimo Jr. as Mimo Jr. is going to overtake him with those 110 points scored for 2nd place. Rizzo will move through into the lead of the round, 15 points ahead of Hugo de Sauvin with 1 round to go. Evon down in P7, just 2 points ahead of Phoenixo, then Sharam and Tetejak are not that far behind as well. Final round on this second stage of the ElityCup coming up right now. Hugo and Rizzo 1st and 2nd, Tetejak in 3rd, Sifler in 4th, then we got Melmi and Mimo Jr. battling for 5th with Nezium in 7th place in hot pursuit. Currently, let's actually follow Evon. He's behind that lead group. We see that some people make mistakes and Evon makes a mistake as well. So Evon is out of the running. Hugo trying to pull the gap, trying to pull away from the rest of the pack. Pulling the gap of 3.5 of a second, and Melmi touches the wall. So Rizzo is going to be inheriting 2nd place. Rizzo tries to take the challenge to Hugo de Sauvin, managing to keep it away from the wall. Remember, this is where he had this his wall touch on round 1, but now the lesson has been learned, and it will be Hugo who will win the round, but it's not enough. Rizzo, by finishing in 2nd position, will be able to win round 2 of the ElityCup. Hugo finishing with a 54.175 and straight up to the top of the timing sheets. Rizzo in 2nd position, Mimo 3rd, Sifler 4th, Nezium in P5, Dream 6th, Melmi 7th, and Sven in P8. Right now, so Hugo de Sauvin and Rizzo shared lead. 3rd place for Melmi, 4th Sifler, 5th Dream, 6th Mimo Jr., Phoenixo 7th, Evon 8th, Tetejak 9th, and Sharam in 10th. 11th place for Sven, 24.0296. Marty 12th, Nezium 13th, 14th for Enjoy Solo Queue, Ryan the Faked 15th, and Santo manages to edge out Congelo by 7 points to move into the top 16 and move through to the next part of the tournament. Unfortunately for Congelo, it is going to be an early disconnect at 3:30 CET. So